Okay. Okay, Alan Thomas. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sergeant Major Alan Thomas, First Vice President of the National Guard Association of Indiana, and a proud Hoosier. I'm here to inform you why you need to support 1034. In 1946, my grandfather, Robert E. Thomas, left the United States Army, proudly serving World War II and achieving the rank of First Sergeant, despite dealing with high levels of discrimination. He then went on to attend Indiana University, receiving his PhD in child psychology and working in the Gary public school systems for over 30 years, helping thousands of kids to become the best versions of themselves. I look back on his accomplishments and I'm amazed at the high level of perseverance through so many impediments. 2 years before he got out of the military, Congress passed the Service Readjustment Act of 1944. This is legislation that is commonly known as a GI Bill. Many in Congress then shunned the idea of paying unemployed veterans $20 a week because they thought it might diminish the incentive to look for work. Others questioned the concept of sending battle-hardened veterans to colleges and universities, a privilege then reserved for the rich. Nevertheless, it was passed, and many veterans could still take advantage of it. Unfortunately, individuals of color were usually not approved despite having served on the same battlefield. Only through the grace of this country was that wrong righted, and it shows how we can evolve to have from yesterday to have a better tomorrow. Because I admired the life of my grandfather, I joined the military 4 months before the events of 9/11 because I wanted to be like him. For nearly 22 years, I've served in 6 combat campaigns supporting operations in Iraq, Afghanistan, Jordan, UAE, Horn of Africa, just to name a few. Even though I achieved the rank of Sergeant Major, the highest rank an enlisted soldier can achieve, I tell my peers, subordinates, and superiors that soldiering comes with a sacrifice. In 2005, a convoy was hit on a roadside bomb, commonly known as the Improvised Explosive Device, or IED. No soldiers were lost that day, but my arm was broken, and for nearly 22 years, I cannot fully extend it. There I was, 25 years old with a VA disability. In 2009, I missed the birth of my first child because terrorists placed roadside bombs on streets that I was supposed to travel on to leave combat theater to make it home. I'll never forget what my colonel said to me that day. He said, "Son, I know you're very disappointed that you missed the birth of your first child. If you choose to live this military life, please understand that it comes with great sacrifice and tax, and forever know that the enemy always gets a vote." I share these stories with you so that you can see that even though my story is unique, it is not special. There are nearly 400,000 veterans that live in the state of Indiana, and all can stand here today and bring you the same type of testimony of sacrifices and taxes they pay for being in uniform. Soldiers are constantly taxed mentally, physically, and emotionally, with their bodies usually being battered by the end of their careers. So why do we do this to ourselves? We do this to ourselves so the citizens of the United States of America and Indiana can sleep peacefully at night, knowing that the men and women standing guard through the night, through the rain, through the snow, through the pandemic, through the state emergencies, through the national emergencies, and through the global wars, so that they don't have to, so that kids don't have to, so that you don't have to. Military strength can be a deterrent for great suffering. We only need to look at the events happening in Ukraine to know that war is real and evil exists. On behalf of the National Guard Association of Indiana, representing over 10,000 current National Guard soldiers and airmen, I ask you to support Bill 1034 because this bill not only brings financial relief, as many are still recovering from the pandemic, but sincerity and respect to the Hoosiers in uniform by announcing that you care, that their state cares. I'll only leave you with this quote from the 30th President Calvin Coolidge, and he says, "A nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten. As we enjoy our freedoms, let us not forget that they came at a cost. So many service members before me made sacrifices. Let us evolve as a nation, as a state. Support Bill 1034. Don't let the taxes our heroes have paid be forgotten." Any your questions?
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Any questions for the Sergeant Major? Thank you for your testimony. Okay, Judy King. Judy, we have your name.